Hello everybody, welcome back to a review on the greatest tank in the game. The one, the only, SARL 42. Now I know what you guys are thinking, this isn't the greatest tank in the game, it's the second greatest tank in the game. We're gonna get on later as to what is the greatest tank in the game. It will just kind of be the suspense held throughout this battle, thinking what could possibly be better than this beauty called the SARL 42. I'm pretty sure it's one of the greatest French tank inventions you're ever going to find out there on the black market. Pretty good tank, not gonna lie. Has greatest gun in the game, 490 millimeters of frontal armor. You'll be bouncing shots from all the Panzer 1Cs, because you know they have the second greatest gun in the game. And here's a sweet replay on this SARL 42, and the greatest player in World of Tanks is playing it. His name is Livid Terminator with 553.18. Multiply that by 10, and then you have the skill level it takes to play this tank. Now right here we have our first victim, the BT-7. Boom, he takes 30,000 damage to the face. And look at that, we're reloaded in 0.4 seconds. And boom, another 30 million damage. Oh, and looks like our next victim, the Mouse 4. Bam, 430,000 damage to the face. And oh no, a Jagdpanzer E100 is shooting at us from this side. We clunk, you know, a swift 104 damage into him. And here comes our next opponent, Valentine 2, spamming gold like every other Valentine 2 player in the game. Now I take 2 shots at him. He is a possible one shot for me now. Now this tank isn't, it's not as bad as it seems. I mean, it is the second greatest tank in the game, but the gun is actually pretty nice for a tier 4. I mean, the rate of fire is 6 seconds, but it's actually not that bad. If you look at the specs, if I can here, yeah, we'll get to that later, but not too bad damage, not too bad penetration for a tier 4. What is it? Heavy tank, medium tank. You know, I don't really know, but probably weighs about as much as a mouse. Now, we're shooting at this Valentine 2. We finally plunk another shot into him. And it's time for me to go in now. I am going to bounce quite a few shots off of this dude. But, bam, we finish him off easily. Now, here's our next victim, Cruiser 4. It's a tier 3, so he shouldn't be that much of a problem. Boom, and we set him on fire. Now, we're moving out of town as we've pretty much killed everything, and a Derpwagen 2 appears, and we plunk a shot into his lower plate, and the other third greatest tank in the game, the Samua, plunks a shot into him real fast. Now, there's also the Samua S35, the little brother of this tank, and the Stug 3B is just taking him out. Now, we're advancing through town, and as you can see, this tank doesn't actually hold that much ammunition. We haven't fired. We've only fired like what? Let's count here. 2, 7, 10, 12 shots, and we're already down to 15 rounds. And we take out the LTVZ-38. Again, I don't really know how to say that name because I don't really play at tier 3. Don't really play at high tiers either. I just kind of stick with like 6, 7, 8. Now we're moving up here, and I look up, and I'm at 5 kills in the well, what's a good name for this tank? The #1 U.S. military, French military, I don't even know. It's kind of like a submarine on land. Now, there's the looks, takes out our Chiha, but we have a Hetzer to derp him in the face. Now, I'm trying to find their IK V-72, that new Swedish tank destroyer, but he's behind me. And he puts a big shot into me, but I get a clutch one off into him. Now, right here, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm about to get a Top Gun in the second greatest tank in the game. And I get a little anxious here, like, IKV goes unspotted. Looking at me. I know he's looking at me. I'm just hoping I'm going to spot him. Come around the corner. And that is the end of me in the second greatest tank in the game. So let's just speed things up a little bit here. Hetzer comes around, trying to find the derp wagon. Not the derp wagon. Trying to find the IKV. Doesn't have any luck. And here is our SU-76M. And he's zooming in here. And boom, he takes out the IKV-72. Now, the results of this battle are actually pretty well. I'm going to show it to you here in a minute. Well, here you go, guys. The results. French submarine, fire, 1.2k damage, 5 kills. Mastery badge. Ace tanker, pretty much. Bruiser. Arsonist for setting that poor cruiser Mark IV on fire. Fighter for 4 or 5 kills. Fire for effect, cause more damage to the enemy than the hit points of your vehicles. And high caliber. Top of my team. And gained 15,000. In the French submarine. Now that all of that is out of the way, I can just get back into the game, and I finally have enough research to get the greatest tank in the game.